Hello guys, welcome to this new video. So in this video, we are going to learn Power BI from basic. So in this series of videos, okay, we are going to cover basic concepts of Power BI. For example, how to create visuals, how to format a visual. So in this video, we are going to cover only one visual, which is the first one, stacked bar chart. Okay, now we know when to use bar chart, right? Whenever we want to show the data in terms of bars, we are going to use bar chart. Okay, now first of all, we are going to see how to create this bar chart in Power BI. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to select bar chart. Once the bar chart is selected, okay, we'll see what are the different options which are available here. Okay, so the first option is y-axis. So y-axis means what data we want to show on y-axis. Okay, so let's say we want to show states, different states on y-axis. So what I'll do, I'll just drag states here on y-axis field. Okay, now whenever graph is prepared, right? So all the states, the name of the states will appear on y-axis. Now the next thing is what we want to show on x-axis. Okay, the second thing is what we want to show on x-axis. So let's say we want to show total medication cost on x-axis. So we'll just select medication cost and we will drag this field on x-axis field. Okay, it's easy. Our graph is prepared. Okay, no calculation, nothing. Just we have to drag and drop the fields at the correct position. Now the next thing is then what is this legend? Okay, what is this legend? What we have to track? Now let's say if you take your cursor on this first bar, which is Wales, it shows that the state is Wales and the total medication cost for this particular state is 208804. Now we have to divide this, okay, in terms of different what we have providers. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just drag this provider to the legend. So it will divide. So for example, for Dr. Emma, this light blue color is there. So it shows that for Wales state, the total medication cost for Dr. Emma Jones is 17960. Similarly, for Johnson, it is 18430. It means that it will the legend will divide the bar into different categories, and the categories will be whatever field which you have dragged in your legend field. Then the next thing is what is the small multiples? Okay. Now let's say we want to divide these bars into different bars. Similarly, what we'll do, we'll just drag this provider name into small multiples. So the complete chart will get divided for each and every provider name. Okay, basic concept is same. On y-axis, states will be there. On x-axis, total medication cost will be there. But for each and every provider, we'll get different bar. Got it? With the help of small multiples. Now, the next thing is what tooltips will do. Okay, so when we take cursor on any bar, right now it is showing whatever the value is placed on x-axis and whatever the value is placed on y-axis. But now let's say along with the medication cost, we want to show total treatment cost, okay, for each and every bar, but only when we take the cursor on the bar. So what we'll do, we'll just drag this total treatment cost on tooltip. Okay, now if you drag cursor on any bar, it will show total treatment cost as well when you take your cursor on that particular bar. So tooltip is nothing but it is an information which is shown whenever we hover our mouse icon on that particular bar or on that particular identity. Okay, now the next thing is how to format this visual. Right now, see, it is looking very bad. It is very basic formatting. Okay, so always remember while doing formatting, you have to decide the background of canvas. Based on the background of canvas, you have to decide the background of your visual. Based on the background of visuals, you have to decide the bar colors. Okay, so let's use very basic color, black and white. Okay, so let us select the color for canvas background and let the color will be black. Okay, so for giving the color for the canvas, I'll just go to this option, format your report page. I'll select canvas background and I'll select black color. So initially your transparency will be 100%. Even though you have selected the color will not be visible. So you have to reduce the transparency to 0%. Now color is visible. Okay. Now the next thing is we have to match the color of background of our visual with the background of our canvas. It will look good. Okay. So for that, we'll just select the visual. Okay. We'll go to general option. We'll go to effect and we'll select background color as black. Okay. I hope there is no doubt till here. This is very basic. Now the next thing is we'll give the title. The name will be medication cost by state. This will be the name of the chart. Right now, name is not visible because the text color is black. So what I'll do, I'll make the text color as white. See, this is visible. I'll increase the size of this text to 20. And what I'll do, as it is the title, I'll make it in italics. I have already made it bold and I'll select the center alignment. Okay. Now the title of the chart is clearly visible. Now the next thing is if you want to give any subtitle as well, you can enable this button and you can type the subtitle name. Okay. If you want to draw divider line, you can draw. Okay. Color right now is black. So we'll select white. It is solid line. You can increase the width of that line as well. Right now it is 1 pointer. I'll select 2 pointer. Correct. It is looking really cool. Okay. Now the next thing is all things are done. I'll select the visual again. I'll go to general. Okay. Go to effect. Background we have selected as black. I'll now there is no border right now for this visual. So we'll draw the border. Okay. Go to general effect. Visual border. We'll just enable this option. Now we have to decide the color of the visual border. As our background is very dark, we'll select the border color light so that it will be clearly visible. And today we are going to use black and white theme, right? So we'll select white color for visual border. And instead of this sharp corners, we will use round corner and it will be we'll keep 20 pixels for that one. Now, see, our chart is clearly visible. And if you want, you can increase the thickness of this border as well. General effect border thickness. Let's make width of the border as 2 pointer. Now, we can also have shadow. We'll enable this. Right now, the shadow color is black. We'll select white as a shadow. See, it is visible. Now, you can change the position of the shadow as well. Okay, so right now it is on bottom and right. So according to you, there are multiple options you can select the shadow. Okay, but bottom and right looks cool. Okay, now everything is done. Okay, the basic things are done. Now the next thing is what is the data on x and y axis? It is not visible. So we'll format the axes now. Okay, so whatever the values are there on y axis, I'll make it bold. I'll use white color so that it will be clearly visible, and I'll increase the text color to 15. Right. Similarly, for y axis title, right now it is taking auto. So we have shown states on y axis, right? Why it is not why it is not visible? So we have given the title state, but it is not visible. Tell me why it is not visible? Because our text color is black. I'll make it bold and I'll select the text color as white. Now it is visible. So let's increase the size to 20. Done. Now what is the next thing? Y-axis is completely done. Okay, now we'll format the x-axis. So we are starting from 0. The maximum value is around 250K. So we'll put minimum value as 0 and maximum value as 250K. Done. If you invert the range, so 250K will be here and 0 will be on the right side. 250K will be on left side and 0 will be on right side. So I'll just enable this and show you. Okay, so this type of graph also you can prepare. Now values on x-axis is not visible. So similar, I will make it bold. We'll select white color. We'll increase the font size to 15. The values are also visible. Now after that, the next thing is title for x-axis. So title is medication cost. So instead of medication cost, we'll put total medication cost. It is not visible because again the text color is black. We'll make it bold and we'll increase the size to 20. You can select the size accordingly. Now we'll format the grid lines. So grid lines are nothing but these dotted lines. Okay. So again, I'll select white color for grid line, and instead of dotted line, I'll select solid line so that it will be clearly visible. So we have multiple option here. You can select dashed line as well. And if you want any custom line, you can do that as well. If you want, you can increase the width of the line, but small width for grid looks good. Okay. Now the next thing is you can give zoom slider. Okay. So zoom slider means you can change the axis values. Okay. You can slide and accordingly the graph will get changed. So there is no need for this particular graph. Then bar. Okay. So on black color, blue is not looking good. So what you can do, if you're using black color for background, you can give off-white color for the bars. And this color looks good, right? If you want to change the color for border of the bars, you can change it from here. You can enable it and you can. Okay. Now, next thing is, what is the value for total medication cost? If you want to see total medication cost for Northern Ireland, you have to take your mouse here. Then it will show the total sum of medication cost for Northern Ireland is 166,598. Okay. So if you want directly that particular value on the visual, you have to enable this data labels. Okay. So go to value. Right now it is not visible because the color is black. We'll make the color as white. Data labels are visible. We'll increase the size to 15. These are clearly visible. We'll make it bold. Okay. Now we can directly say that total medication cost for Northern Ireland is 167K, approximately 167K. Okay. Just by seeing the visual, we can tell this much of information. And this formatting is looking really good. Other options are also there. If you want to change the background of this data label, you can do it from here. Okay, like that one. So this is our final visual. Tell me how it is looking. It is looking really cool. Now let's say if you're creating any different bar chart. Okay, for example, this was the first bar chart which you were going to use in your visual. Now let's say instead of medication cost, okay, instead of medication cost, you want to show total. What we can show treatment cost. Okay, on x-axis we'll track treatment cost. Similarly, instead of cities, okay, instead of state, we want to show the data by city. I'll drag city here. Now tell me if you want to format this particular visual, the new one, this one, like this. Do you follow the same step? No, right? We will not follow the same step because it will consume time. So what is the second option available for that one? We can directly copy the format from one visual to another visual like this. Just select the formatted visual, click on format painter, and click on the next visual where you want to paste the format like this. It is formatted. You can zoom the visual, you can see. Okay. Without any extra effort, we have done the formatting and it is looking really cool. I'll delete this visual. I'll increase the size of this. So this will be our final visual. So what we have learned in this video, we have learned how to create stacked bar chart. First thing. Second thing, which we have learned, what are the different option of customization for a stacked bar chart. Okay. And the third thing is how to format our visual. Okay. With proper formatting options. Okay. What should be the rounded corner? Okay. What should be the thickness of the line? We have learned each and everything. Okay. So this was it from my end in this video. So daily we are going to cover one visual. We are going to see what are the different options available for that visual for customization. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.